Alright man, peace. Welcome back, it's Kenem White. This is week 3 of the Service Architect Roadmap. Not too much to actually talk about this week, just want a quick update. So one of the main, one of the main tasks for this week was conducting the usability testing. So I was getting that set up and questions and taking references for the actual usability test, because the platform is on a tablet, so there is no link that I can use. So just me taking pictures of the actual interface and just creating a one second, let me find it. Just a quick reference, quick pictures of reference for actually logging the test and stuff like that. So just kind of doing paper prototypes, but just using Figma and just using boxes, invisible boxes for the actual tappable elements. But yeah, user testing was really well. I launched it and then I was back on Monday and I got about six people to conduct the test, mainly team leaders and a few customer service reps. I wanted to ask a com, but I just didn't really feel as if it was kind of necessary. I had all the information I needed, and a com really doesn't see the frontline stuff, so yeah, it probably wouldn't have been best to ask anyway. But yeah, once I did that, I created these mini these individual participant information cards. So participant 1, some of the pre-study questions, the design task, the post-study questions, and just compiled everything into just this one thing, and taking overview, looking at key insights, quotes. So there's 8 participants, so I'll just look at just a random one. I guess I'll go with this one. So yeah, the pre-study questions, more simple stuff like what's your current role, how would you describe your shop. So that's how busy is your shop. Not every shop is the actual same. It just depends on too many variables to consider. Again, looking at things like, have you used the new system, the retail hub, and have you used the old system, and then what's your length of service. I think all this information is important. The design task was pretty simple. It was just to actually log an actual check. The time on task, in my opinion, is kind of not relevant, but still somewhat relevant. But yeah, the main thing here is just the post study questions. So a lot of the stuff was done unmoderated. I can't remember what the actual definition was of moderated. Is it moderated? What is it? Unmoderated. Moderated usability testing. Method where participants independently. Yeah. I just had to make sure what that was. Yeah, unmoderated testing. Where is it? Let me get back to it. Yeah. So, like I said, I use UX Tweak to conduct the actual usability test. I did do some prior moderated tests, but that was in shop and that was very, very early on. So I really wouldn't really call that, but it was still pretty useful for insights and stuff like that. And a lot of the same themes ended up here in this recent test. So again, it's considering things like how we describe the experience using old systems, how do you feel the system is day to day, but that's just not the actual logging calls, but there's other aspects of the system, or system is probably a bad word, but the service that you as an end user experiences. Things like what frustrated you about this old system? Was anything confusing about the interface or wording? Did you ever forget where things were? And this specific one, did like labels such as dashboard LBO or hour markers make ever confuse you? Because if you can think back onto previous where we did the heuristic evaluation, one of the things that we did say, I can't remember where it was. I can't remember exactly where it was, but we did question like, why is a label such as dashboard LBO used instead of your shop, or these hour markers that are quite ambiguous. So it's just things like that that kind of did pop up in this as well. So it's good to kind of see that occurring. These themes occurring. So this is more sense making. So it's just kind of considering all this information and putting that into kind of like a concise overall summary of their test, providing some insights based on quotes and what they said, and yeah, that was pretty much it really in terms of the actual synthesis of information from each individual participant. Now again, this is only 8 people, but I wouldn't really do this for like a whole bunch of people. But once I was able to get this, get it done in this format, now I have something that's an artifact. Now I can input all this information into ChatGPT and ask, hey, could you synthesize this information, and so that I can put it into a report. And that was the artifact, that was the kind of more end result of this. And this is the presentation. I will switch to Figma. Shall fix to Figma. Yeah, so this is the presentation report. Just give me a sec. I did do a actual like presentation on it. It is here on YouTube if you would like to see. Yeah, I did it a day ago. But yeah, I did make a presentation about this. So if you do want to watch that, please do. But going back, just the actual report. So executive summary, just kind of more basic stuff. The key information is just everything past this page, breaking it down, insights, supporting statements and stuff like that. Now, one of the things I'm kind of more interested in, I've recently saw like this post on like LinkedIn where this more like senior designer was talking about like when you get more senior, you start relying more on theory and you start really more understanding more business impact. Now, I tried to do it here, but it's more just theory, which is okay, you know what I mean? So that's something that I can like note for like moving forward. But yeah, so for insights, that's kind of more of like the themes of what the story of the information that the usability test garnered. And yeah, that is right about it. So all that is in the public Notion. So there's another aspect of the service that I actually need to also conduct usability testing. So they have a new platform that they just launched 2 weeks ago. So the problem here is that there's no like linear journey to get to it. Now, what I mean by linear is when you log on, you click an app, but to get to the actual page, there's multiple ways to get to the actual page now. So I can't actually do tappable things because the screen just isn't big enough. So what I'm thinking of doing, what I'm gonna do is just kind of do these moderated usability testings where I'm actually there in person, and then they can fill out a form afterwards, a survey afterwards, and then go away. I don't know why. I don't know why Siri popped up. That's random. Go away. Don't pick up. But yeah, so that's kind of things that I'm doing at the moment. That's kind of the main key focus for next week, is just to conduct the usability testing for the actual new platform. So today I'm going to get that set up. I probably won't use UX Tweak. I'll probably use something like Maze or something like that. And I highly doubt, because I have to be in the physical location and I still technically have to do a job. I still have to actually do a job as well. So I probably maybe try to get max like 3 people, 4 people, 5 would be like ideal. Like 4 would be decent. 4 would be pretty decent. Because I can get people that's actually at the shop currently, and then I can go to like another store that's pretty close, and then there's other 2 stores I can go to that's pretty close, to get, to conduct this. But yeah, that is really it. And then this kind of empathize stage is kind of done, really. So if you go back to this this process, we're currently in empathize stage. It looks like a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, not really, in my opinion. There's a lot more you can do. There's always more you can do, but things like, yeah, we're currently confirming a goal, understand the system's tools. We are moving on to things like rich picture and pig model diagrams very soon, and then once that's all good to go, I can actually do it right now actually. We can move on to defining, and I've actually moved on to some ideation already. Ideation already. I can actually show you that. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, some ideation already. This is with Figma Make. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I just did some ideation when I was in Geneva Airport like a week ago. One of the lounges, I was just kind of just working, just kind of getting this ideation of a concept of kind of what the internal tool could look like, you know what I mean? But it is pretty like close to like what I'm asking for, and then what the feedback has already said and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'll just kind of walk you through it. So, checks, learning resources. Again, that's something in the heuristic evaluation that we did, was that the learning resources was just not really there. So these tabs actually do exist. So that's also good to know that that is easily implemented. How people will know, again, that's just testing. But yeah, just having resources and things like that. So with the checks, we have the kind of overview, summary, total logs, body call, toilet checks, and you have a percentage of like how many you've done today. Also wanted to provide some more information, you know what I mean? More information, because it's all good having all this all good, this manual entry stuff, but if it's not really impacting the day-to-day stuff, then it's not really as useful as you might think. So having something like a 4-week average is pretty decent, because it gives you a clearer picture. It gives anyone a clearer picture of like, oh wow, we only done like, less than 1 a day. That's not good, you know what I mean? So maybe we need to pick it up, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a few things that I'll show you. So you log. So you can't click multiple ones at the same time. You can only click one at a time. So body calls and then toilet checks. Really and truly, I would like it to be where like if you press, a time here, it should also auto select those same time in toilet checks. That would actually make a lot of sense. That would actually make a lot of sense. Don't know how that would work, but that would actually make a lot of sense. But one of the things also just speaking is grouping of information. So before there was tabs, but now everything is in one view. But now it's categorized by morning, afternoon, evening, and it just kind of breaks it down, makes it very simple, dummifies it in a way, So yeah, so you're not tabbing, clicking tabs and doing this, you're just tapping. You're putting your name in once, you're putting your name in once, you're tapping, and login checks. Now once you log checks, this modal should pop up. Again, I don't know why it doesn't do it like within the background. I have no idea why, but basically I was also working on this. This is another aspect of in the testing where people have said like, oh, I don't really know if it's worked or not, you know what I mean? Also, accuracy of information, accuracy of submission. So it's not just click, done. So once the user clicks submits, you get a toast notification and you have a timer on whether you can undo it, and it'll let you know your log entry has been removed. You can go back again and just log it again. Log checks, confirm, successful, and now it is grayed. It is disabled, you can't use it, and it provides you information on who logged, what date, what time. Amazing information it does tell you already, but again it's again a different way of presenting the same information. Everything is one view, which is the key thing here. And now you also have recent staff. So it's always most likely on a given day it's gonna be the same person logging everything. So I'll just use a different name like Lewis, and then Lewis logged a call at 9, confirm, and now his name is saved as a quick option instead of just typing it in again. Now I don't really know more of the logic behind this, but really and truly most shops have the same staff that are going to work throughout throughout their shifts. So it's going to most likely be a mix of up to 5 people. So just having a quick access, these like tabs or these pills of past people that have done it, it just again makes entry so much easier. Now looking up, you have 2 total logs, body calls, audit checks, and you're 13% of the way there. So let's log another one. Kenem, excuse me, and let's do that one. So yeah, information is quick, it's easy, it's tablet ready, and this is just kind of a bit of ideation already that I kind of thought about when it comes to what the actual design might look like. Not saying it will at this, but it's pretty close to like the idea of like what I thought this internal tool could look like. It's very user friendly, it's very intuitive, but again that's just me as the designer. But yeah, one thing I'm it's 2 different. So yeah, as you can see it's slightly different. So it's somewhat slightly different. These two cards slightly different. This is the old one, and this is kind of the new section that I was working on. It's a lot better in terms of like hierarchy of content and just organization. It's a lot better. I'm using time and date on the same row, and just having a name separately, and having a divider between time is just really key. It's so good. It's really good. But yeah, that is really it, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's really it, to be honest with you. In terms of anything else, no, not really, to be honest with you. Not much else really. I had an interview for the company, my dentist, last week. It was just a phone screen, and I was able to secure a proper first stage interview, so that was really exciting. I actually had it today, went really well, hopefully great feedback, hopefully a positive outcome. But yeah, it's like right up my alley. with like everything that I was doing previously and what I'm doing now, just kind of really aligned with a lot of what I was already doing. So again, hopefully it is a positive outcome, because if you think back to kind of where I want to work, going back to like my decision tree, which I think I did show you, I think I showed you in episode 1. So like where I would want to work is in healthcare and well-being, and working within government public services. B2B, B2C don't matter, they're all the same thing. It's service design is completely different. So my dentist slash the NHS is like right where like I selected. But yeah, it's like perfect, like it's like perfect like synergy. You know, is to be able to have this positive outcome, and hopefully you get what I'm speaking about. Positive outcome is like an actual job. You know what I mean? That would be like the best thing. But yeah, nothing else really. I haven't done too much learning. I've just been kind of like, trying to play catch up in areas of the project, because technically I'm on, as you can see my dentist here, I am on currently study resources. Let me actually move me. Learning plan. I'm on week 5 and 6, but this video is only actually week 3, so it's not really making sense. Yeah, it's not really making sense, these videos, but it's all good. It's not finished yet. I've still got to do enablers and inhibitors. I actually have the content here. I've just not bothered to do it recently, but it's here. It's right here. There's a few posts that I kind of need to make as well, things like sense making and product. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that I just kind of need to get back into the groove of things and getting back to it. But yeah, there's actually not much else to do. Oh, this is my resume that I used to apply. Yeah, that's really good, man. It's really, yeah, I'm actually pretty happy about this situation, and just kind of what everything is kind of moving forward with. So, oh yeah, one thing that I actually want to say is like, with like the stuff I've been learning, it's been mad interesting, right? So, as you know, we're using the government toolkit for systems thinking for civil servants, and we're just trying to blend in with the actual design thinking process. So as you can see here, the parallel is like the phases of design thinking mixed with the systems thinking toolkit. So we're currently on empathize. We're confirming the goal, understanding the system, the tools, and we're developing a rich picture. This bit is the more exciting bit. All the things that I've done currently are just the build up of this, of getting to create these type of artifacts that I've never created before. I've attempted them, but again, I didn't have a rich enough picture. But now that I do, I can actually comfortably create these things. So hopefully in the next video you see it will be, oh, this is the actual artifact. This is kind of what I thought it may look like, and yeah. So the thing about I don't know what it is, but for me as well, it's like I'm like quite slow. You see, in this empathize phase, I'm like so slow, like ridiculously slow, because you realize as a designer, you realize it's mad important to actually confirm the actual goal and conduct actual empathy and understand the actual current landscape, because if you make a wrong decision, it really negatively impacts everything you do. So you need to make sure what you work on is the right solution, is the right thing, because like I said, it affects everything. Like it affects everything, because it's not just you and your role, it's other people. So just need to be a little mindful about what's going on, because everything else afterwards, to be honest with you, it doesn't really take long. It's just this main one. This first stage is probably the large chunk of everything. When it comes to define, like, because you empathize so much and you have such a rich picture about everything, you already know what you need to do. You already kind of figured it out, and now you can go back to empathize and now look at different angles of the same thing. Now you can go back and actually, oh, okay, we didn't ask this. Now I want to redefine this. Okay, let's go back a little bit and then define it again. And then actually, now we can have information. Let's do some early ideation. Let's do some co-designing, prototyping, implementing, and stuff like that. And these like 2, 3, 4 stages, defining, ideating, prototyping, they're not really that long. It's just empathize and discovery, and testing and implementing is probably your biggest thing. Everything in between, it's not really all that, you know what I mean? It's like everything's important, but the first stage sets the tone for everything else. So that's why I feel as if like I've kind of took a bit too much time on the stage, and to be honest with you, I haven't even done enough. I haven't even done enough. That's kind of the thing that you also realize as well, is like there's always like more to like understand, but more information isn't gonna help you make a decision. And that's just kind of how you have to be a bit more pragmatic on like how you move, and how you're able to, whatever information you have, make a decision, use whatever data insights that you have to craft a narrative, and you work for something to become a successful outcome. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Didn't really think this would take 28 minutes. That's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy, but yeah, just a lot to talk about, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. I don't know when, but please do add me on LinkedIn. It's linkedin.co.uk/Kenem White. I'm literally the only profile you'll see. Actually, even that, just Google Kenem White. I'm the only guy who will pop up. Follow me on Substack. I don't think my Substack pops up on Google for some reason, but it's just Kenem White. I have 2 profiles, but they're both pretty much the same. Yeah, they're just pretty much the same. Just one actual post, and then the other just reposts what I've actually posted, what I've already posted. Do follow me on TikTok as well. I need to actually start posting on TikTok more, and LinkedIn, and actually share this on LinkedIn as well. I've just been kind of in a bit of a silo with everything, to be honest with you. So yeah, interesting. But we're making movements. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you again. Peace.